So my name's Sophie and I work at the Marchie Centre and alongside Income as well. So they're all sort of the same company. So usually it's my colleague Jane Guest who does the career things, but I help alongside. So my main role is apprentice recruitment. So Jane basically goes out to the school and to schools, careers events, things like that, and that's how she gets the apprentices to learn about the place. And then I'm the one who recruits them all places and into companies. So we are outstanding by Ofsted from our last report. So about Marchie Centre, we're based in Bridge North. It's soon going to be moving to Telford. So more info on that will be all across our social medias and stuff. So at the minute, Marchie Centre is based in Bridge North. We do apprenticeships such as mainly engineering technician ones. That means like mechatronics, tool making, machining, things like that. But we also do apprenticeships in business administration, customer service, and warehousing, which is what our main topic is today. So what is an apprenticeship? I mean, some people just think it's a job where you learn, which basically it is. But there's apprenticeships in loads of things from one spectrum, end of the spectrum, which is engineering, like what we do. You can also do it in, animal studies, things like that. So it can be all across the board. So an apprenticeship is when you're at a job, but you're also training alongside it. So with ourselves, you'll be either coming into the centre, or a lot of it is virtual at the minute. But regarding engineering, you'd come into the centre and you'd be in our workshop. There's a virtual tour on our website, which is www.mcmt.co.uk. So if you wanted to look at the virtual tour of our training facility, you can have a look at that. So anyone over the age of 16 can do an apprenticeship. So the oldest apprentice we've got here doing engineering is 39 at the minute. But we've had 60-year-olds apply for apprenticeships, so it can be all across the board. So like I say, our main topic today is warehouse apprenticeship. So our warehouse apprenticeship is called Supply Chain Warehouse Operative Apprenticeship. Bit of a mouthful. So really, it's across 12 months our apprenticeship is. And one day a month, what you do is you go into the centre. Like I say, a lot of it's virtual at the minute, but with warehousing as well as engineering, it is a lot of practical work. So one of the main topics, for example, is forklift truck training. And obviously you can't do that over a screen, so you'll have to come in to the centre and do that manually. So the apprenticeship is a level 2 apprenticeship, and it's across 12 months. So like I say, you'd be employed by a company. So you'd be on either minimum wage for your age or minimum wage for apprentices, depending on the company. Each company pays different. So like I say, you'd come into the training centre. So that'd either be in Bridge North, but we mainly do it at our Aldridge site, which is in Walsall. But I think they're on about doing it at our Telford site as well when we open, just depending. But like I say, it's mainly at our Aldridge site. And then you'll also get assessor visits. So one of my colleagues had come out to you in company, as well as you come into our training centre, just to see how you're getting on, to make sure you're getting on okay, and also to check your welfare as well. But like I say, they just make sure you're working towards your apprenticeship and you're getting enough work there, being treated well. And then they help you do your MVQ and your folder to put towards your apprenticeship at the end of it, which will get marks. So sort of like coursework, really. So what you'd learn on the course, so every apprenticeship we have always has an induction. So you do your 2-week induction, so that's getting to know the people in your cohort, doing health and safety, so sort of IOSH training, also business training, so business improvement techniques, so BIT. They'd also just give you a tour of the training facility, tell you the health and safety of that, if there was to be a fire drill, things like that. But as you can see on the screen, it has everything you do across the 12 months. So it can go, like I say, from health and safety to also how to assemble goods, because as you can imagine, a warehouse, for example, a huge warehouse for Amazon, you'd have loads of different parcels that you'd have to sort out. So you have to sort out between like the broken ones, where they're placed, have a good organising system. So it's not just working in a warehouse. It can also be working on a spreadsheet just to make sure you've got all your equipment and all the storage up to date, so you know exactly what there is there. So I've just had a question come through. So what type of jobs are available at the moment? So at the moment with warehousing, they come out throughout the year. So with engineering, they come out normally September time and March time. We have a cohort, whereas apprenticeships such as warehousing, business admin, things like that, come throughout the year. So it really depends on the company. I mean, I think there's a couple advertising at the minute on the Income website, as well as the March's website. So if you go on both of our websites, I'll tell you them at the end. They're also on the screen as well. You can go on there and see what sort of jobs are available at the moment, and a few of them are advertised on Indeed as well. So like I say, it just depends really, because our process is we have sales advisors who work for Income. They come to us, or we go to them saying that they want an apprentice, and then we get the advert live with us on the NAS, which is the National Apprentice Service. So that's the government website which advertises all the apprenticeships. And then you have a first stage interview with us. If you wanted that particular apprenticeship. So we sort of tell you what the apprenticeship would entail and just learn a bit about you. And then we send your notes off to the company, and then you have a second stage interview with them. So that's how the recruitment process works, you know, in a nutshell. But the jobs available at the minute, like I say, we don't have as many as we would at the minute. One, because of coronavirus. I think, you know, a lot of companies aren't looking to recruit loads of apprentices at the minute, but just because, you know, September has come and gone. So a lot of the companies are looking now for a March start. So I'll just go on to the 2 seconds onto the next slide.
Sorry to rush you, Sophie. 1 minute warning.
No, it's okay. So an apprenticeship, like I say, I've already explained what an apprenticeship is and what the warehousing is. So that's our website. If you wanted to, you can Google find an apprenticeship. So all apprenticeships, you know, not just with us, across the whole board, are on the government website if you Google that. But also there is our website, and if you wanted the Income website, it's just in-com.co.uk. So if you have any questions now, like I say, pop them in the Q&A section. But if you think of any afterwards, you can always contact us. We have our details online as well. So always, like I say, contact us, and all our apprenticeships are live on the website if you think of any questions anyway. But yeah, thank you all for listening.